this is Seemownay. Today I want to do a planner flip through for September 2018, and as you can see there's 3 books laying here, meaning that I did something different this month. I started out in this pocket rings planner from Mystic's Little Gifts, and I'll put the other 2 aside so I can talk a bit more about this. I made a charm, or actually 2 charms from this one I already had. This is from a Cocoa Daisy kit in May. This one is a puffy clip topper from Cocoa Daisy, and I just took some elements from older charms and put it on here. And then there's another one in here that's I think was from May 2018 as well, and I just put it on this chain here that you can use to, I don't even know what it's called, and this way I can just hook it into the bottom 2 rings of my ring planner and have these charms dangling out of the pocket ring planner. I had a pocket in here. There was a washi tape sample with Cocoa Daisy September washi tape, and then I created dashboards and dividers for the month. So I'll just flip through this so you can have a look at it, and then I will talk more about. This is a dashboard from the dashboards kit from Cocoa Daisy cut down. This is an older thing that I moved from planner to planner. I made a washi dashboard with acetate, a journaling card on pattern paper. This is the monthly view from, I used a free printable from Peanuts Planner Co. and stickers from Cocoa Daisy. There is a weekly overview of things that I want to do on a regular basis on the days here. Another dashboard cut down, and then just die cuts added, my September goals, my brain dump, and then this is where the month starts. When I used this, I had the weekends on 1 page each, so Saturday, Sunday, and then the weekdays were on 2 pages. I had a timed printable from Peanuts Planner Co. here, and a cut down page from Cocoa Daisy from the mini Daisy Dory for lists and such. And it just didn't really work the way I wanted it to work. The biggest problem I had was that I did not really enjoy setting this up. Even though it's kind of pretty and it looks good, the thought of having to do this for October and November and December and on and on and on just dragged me down so much that my craving for a planner where the dates were all printed in and I wouldn't have to do anything to make it usable was so big that I looked for other options. At first I thought I was going to use a Hobonichi. However, I quickly found that when I analyzed what was not going right with this here was that I actually had to do to-dos on my daily to-do sheets that I just didn't get to, and that often Mondays were lists, or here it was a Tuesday, maybe, yeah, because Monday was Labor Day, so I didn't get to sit down and think about the things I had to do for the week. So I had this whole list for the week. I usually put it on the Monday, and then I went back and looked at it and had to rewrite it, and it didn't really make sense to rewrite this to-do list every single day. And then often I kind of craved the overview of having this timed day on a weekly planning sheet. Because for this, I would need to flip it over and have a look and what's the to-do list and all the things. And so what I did for a while was I used a Post-it note for the to-dos that weren't day specific. But it just didn't feel right. And then I had purchased this A5 notebook for just notes and lists. And then I had the idea, or I saw this before, but I found it again. This is a Jibun Techo planner, and it's completely printed for the whole of 2019. It has a weekly setup that is timed. I don't have to do this myself. There is a sidebar for a weekly to-do list. There is places for meal planning and whatever else I want to use this for, which is exactly what I had been thinking about when I reflected on what didn't work in here, besides the fact that I needed to set it up and add the date flags and stamp the dates and all of that. Cut it down, hole punch it, print the printables, cut them down, hole punch them. It just didn't appeal to me anymore that much, and I just didn't enjoy it. And if you feel forced to do something, it's just not what I wanted to do. And so since I found this and I didn't know if this would work, I just set up the weeks after. Let me look for the first one. After the first week of September, I moved over here and then continued using this throughout the month of September. Let me just flip through what else was in here. I had a meal planning section here that I then, sorry for closing and opening this again, added down here. In the weekly section, or in the daily sections, I had the Cocoa Daisy prompts at the bottom, which are now here. So the meal planning is incorporated into my weekly spread now. Then for these, I will be going to create a spread in this notebook. Back here, I am already starting to move some of the lists from here over to here. So there's another dashboard that I created. This is social media things, lists, and I still have this here and I take it for reference. I have moved this list over to my notebook. Let me look for it here. And even though this is super cute and pretty and it's so much fun to use it, when it's not funny anymore and it's like a really big drag, then I just needed to change. Love this one especially. There's my spending tracker. There is a school insert. And as I said before, I haven't moved all of these over here yet. I'm just taking my time and I'm going to flip through the weeks here now. This is the current week. So that was the first one. I tried to set it up similarly to the spread that you saw in the Jibun Techo, just to see if this would work for me. I added let me just put this to the side. I used some stickers, but not very many. This was a waiting on list, but I think I'm going to move this onto a brain dump because sometimes just things don't happen in a week. I had my videos down here. I wasn't sure how to put down dates, and that was what I struggled with in here as well. So that was an ongoing problem, but I think I found a solution that works. So whenever I'm with, these are things that I do. Sometimes they are taking up more than just like a teeny tiny time slot, so I just squared them off with rounded corners because that's just more appealing to me. And then when I'm not with my kids, like here, I would put the time for drop off and the time for pick up, which made sense. I used some stickers from Cocoa Daisies. Here I added a washi to the side. There's a weekend banner, there's a coffee, there's this clipboard I put over something that I had planned which didn't happen. I used this for again for the waiting on list, but I realized that this wouldn't really work. There's a to-do list, there is a tracker here that sometimes gets used, sometimes not. Again, the Cocoa Daisy Planner Challenge, the videos, the meals. Here is another, so what I really love about this book here is that I don't have to do things in chronological order. I have an index in the front, and I'm just putting down the things that happen through here, and then I find them if I need them. Yeah, so that's the brain dump that I already started for October. There's the reoccurring task list. There is this current week that I'm working in, and so there's a spending tracker, there's sticker shops that I purchase from, and the codes that they have. This is my grocery guide. There's sketches for scrapbooking ideas. This is pen tests and I have more of these lists here with different inks, how the fountain pens write. And so since this is a listed book with numbers, I don't need to have pages for this, write consecutive pages, if that makes sense. Ooh, writing is really hard. And the thing that I'm still not sure about, and I still have time to think about this until this calendar starts. So it's not the same size as this, it's the same height. This is an A5 Slim. It's the same size as the Moleskine Cahier notebooks. So, and there is an idea book that comes with this planner that is a tad bit smaller, so that you could put it into the cover with the planner. And then you had a list book for these kinds of things that I was just adding here. I'm not sure if I'm going to move the list that I'm creating in here over there or not yet, because I really do love this thick Clairefontaine paper that comes in the Rhodia notebooks. And it also doesn't really make sense to move all the lists over here and then in 2 months over there. So this is something that I'm still thinking on and working out. Right now, I'm putting some of the lists over here, and I will just see how this goes. In the front, I have color coding for my sons. There is my weekly planning list that I have just washi taped in here so I can take it out, and every time I plan my week, I have it here. Here is a sticky pocket that I can add things. I added a little bit of embellishments because even though my planning spreads are quite bare at the moment, I'm not someone who doesn't like color and who doesn't like stickers. So I think that is about it. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the description box, in the comment section. I'm very happy to answer any questions you have. if you are wondering what is going to happen with my Cocoa Daisy stuff, I'm still using them. I'm just going to move into a separate or different kind of use for those. I love and have done lots of memory keeping journals with Cocoa Daisy last year, and I had the idea to use a mini Daisy Dory for that. I struggled with the standard size just because it was so big, and I'm trying that in October, and I can't wait to see what it looks like and if that is something that I would love to keep on doing every month. So that's the update. I'm still feeling really sad that I'm moving out of this because it's just so cute and tiny. I just know that I cannot make a weekly spread. I could have just moved into a weekly spread in here. I totally know that this is just not going to work because my handwriting is bigger than that. And yeah, maybe I will use this for something else. And if nothing else is going to happen with these and I'm never going to use them again, I will consider taking the rings out and transforming them into traveler's notebooks. So that's it, I think. Leave any questions, comments in the comments below. I'm happy to answer. I love reading your comments and I love replying to them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.